Hey guys, so I'm outside on the porch right now and I just wanted to take you around and show you some of the small updates I did for early fall. I'm not ready to go into like full all-out pumpkin and harvest mode, but I made some small changes, so I'm just going to take you around and show you them. So I'll start here on my porch, and this is the table I have. I threw that olive bucket on the ground, and I actually distressed it a little bit this weekend with some Lysol. And you can see some of the aging. I'm going to do a little more because I want it to be a little bit older looking. But then back up on this table, I just swapped out my nautical summer type display for that minnow bucket with some fall flowers in it. Milk bottle, I did include a pumpkin. I have, I think, 2 of them out so far. And then I always save my Restoration Hardware catalogs for outdoor decor because they're thick and they have like a nice look. But you don't have to worry about ruining them like you would with a book. I still have out my welcome mat from Target. I just changed up the pillow cover on my chair. I had the vacation pillow before. This one is just a red and white gingham fabric. I picked up actually on eBay. I think it was like $5 total shipped. It came from China, so it's just a cheapie that if it got ruined, it wouldn't break my heart. I still have the same display on the table right now with the galvanized tray and the nautical knot ball and the flameless candle lantern. And I still have the striped rug out. I'm hoping to change out that table next year and maybe find something at Salvation Army over the winter or even in the spring when yard sales start up again. And I'm also going to be changing out that wreath, but I haven't got around to that yet. So let's go inside and I will show you what I've done in there. Alright, so when you come in the door, I just have this dresser here that I use as like a entryway storage. I got it on Craigslist for free, painted it white, added some knots. And this is the display I have here right now for early fall. I just have that metal pet food tin, which I picked up at TJ Maxx. This is a fake IKEA plant, and then some dog books stacked up. Now if you come over here to the other side of my entryway, that's my girl, that's Macy. And then on top of her table, I swapped out any of the nautical stuff. I put in a gold pine cone and a shutter. To this couch right now, I only have the grain sack pillow. I'm actually going to add a plaid one in behind it. And then over here I have my little blanket basket, which is out for the fall. On top of here is where I use some of my newest decor. I have that bottle, which I showed over the summer. It was a $2 find. I painted it with Mod Podge, and that is where I added the dogwood branches. I just stacked some books backwards and threw that Target ampersand on top of them. And this was an orange ceramic pumpkin I picked up over the summer at yard sales. I chalk painted it white and then just took some sandpaper to it. And those are the only 2 pumpkins that I actually have out right now in my early fall decor. That is our TV stand. That was a curbside find, which I just painted white. And then I put 2 wooden planks on top and stained them gray. Over here, this has stayed the same, just my antique dog books and the turtle shell on the wall, which towards the end of the month, I think I'm going to actually change it out and put some kind of like a reindeer head or something. On this couch, I changed out our pillows. For the summer, I had some kind of floral designs and some sequins and just some bright stuff. So for now, I have the cream and white version of that pillow you saw on the porch. And those were even cheaper than the red one. I've got both of those together for about $8. And then this one here is that one I picked up at the Salvation Army for $3. And I liked the way that the cream plaid played off of that. I swapped out our tray for the remotes. This is one of those ones I showed in my DIY video. And that just sits on the ottoman. Over here, I'm going to turn this lamp off so you don't get a glare from it. I switched out the lamps, and I kept the old one out so you could see In the summer, I do like a nautical, beachy type theme, but I switched this out for something a little bit more textured and warmer. And then I brought out one of my small wishbones and then just stacked them on some books. This Junk Beautiful I picked up at a used bookstore for I think $1.50. This one was Amazon, and this I found at the dollar store, Southern Living Style. And then if you come over here to the other side is my desk. That's my vintage typewriter. I used another one of those trays to hold my magazines. And I have just the most recent ones and then the paperweight. And then if you come out here is my dining room. And the light is making it look yellower than it is. It's actually like a cool gray color. Over there is the bedroom, which I haven't changed out the linens or the curtains yet because it's still like 90 degrees here and it's not ready yet. This is just a small gallery wall of like antique photographs of dogs that I've picked up. Over here is the gallery wall that you see behind me in most of my videos. And I had a request to show off that, so I will do a separate video and describe some of the pictures in it. That is the dresser I picked up over the summer for $20. And for fall, I just threw in that little walnut squirrel dish. And those books have been there. I just moved them around, but they have really good fall colors, so I kept them in that display. On the other side, I have a shelf with all of my little dog collectibles. Some are vintage, some are just sentimental. But up top, I have that dog food container. And then that shelf there is like some stuffed toys or some wind-up toys. Over here, I have the printing tray that I just hung on the wall for now. And my new IKEA curtains. And then on this table is where I used the tulip tray. And I just put that little architectural piece with it, an IKEA fake plant. That book says The Boy Farmer, and that was just a Goodwill find, and then a little Scotty dog. And I am going to be looking for cushions for these chairs because I need to change them out for fall, I think. And then over here, we're going to head out into the kitchen. I have just two little storage cubbies on this wall, and that one right now has a racing greyhound cup that I found. And I don't support greyhound racing, I just like it because it's dog memorabilia. And then out here is the kitchen. And I will start over here. That's just the fridge and stove and microwave. That is just like a mesh curtain. That's one of the things I haven't upgraded yet, but I will. And my cabinets have been white. You've seen them in other kitchen tours. I've kept the same knobs because I'm still in love with these. They're like nautical knots, and they're like a brushed nickel type thing. So here above the sink, I have one of those like garden type windows. There is the curtain I picked up at Salvation Army for 99 cents, and then I've got the dog. He came from TJ Maxx, but he's got an antique look. That is something I switched out. That had lemons in it all summer, and I just swapped it out for some fake eggs because I thought it was a more like fall look. That is a branch I trimmed off of that dogwood plant, and that is my antique scale that I found on eBay. I picked up a new soap dispenser because my other one was getting rusty. This one came from TJ Maxx. It was just $3.99, and it's just a white mason jar looking one. And that backsplash is actually a paintable wallpaper, which I'm sure you've seen in other kitchen or my other house tour before. It was like super easy to put up. You just put the glue on the wall, and then you or pre-cut the paper to size and then just stick it up. That's all of my little dog goodies. Our dishwasher, some more storage cabinets. Next to that, I have my vintage dog food cans and like shampoos and medicines. Above that is where I hung the IKEA clock. I also have a nautical knot thing up here, which when I find something fall-ish, I will put up there in place of it for the season. Over here is my little tea center with those dishes I showed you from Savers, the Pyrex container that holds the straws. On the shelf there I still have my outdoor serving ware. That curtain was actually a dish towel from TJ Maxx. And then I have this gallery wall, which took me forever to plan out in my mind, and I'm really happy with how it came together. So I'll start up in the top. I have some of those vintage badminton rackets. The washboard was $2 at a yard sale. This is the cow picture that I'm like constantly talking about and obsessed with. These are 2 nautical maps of Lake Ontario, where we go on vacation in the summer when I was a kid. These mirrors I picked up in a set of 3 at TJ Maxx. It was $10 for a set of 3, which I thought was an amazing price. So I put 2 of them out here to kind of be like place fillers and add light to the room. This is my first cross-stitch project I ever did. I put it in a frame from TJ Maxx because I liked the worn look. And actually, once I did the cross-stitch and like halfway through, I realized I was doing it wrong. When it called for like a double thread, I didn't know you're supposed to separate the string, so I was actually doing like 12 threads. But it's got a nice plush look to it, so it worked out. Here is like a stylized picture I printed out of the front of the house. Swimming girl picture I printed off. These are 2 little plates I picked up at TJ Maxx for a few dollars a piece. And then this lobster sign, when I was cleaning out my decor stash upstairs, I found it. And I realized that I'd never hung it up, so I added it. This water thing is actually one of those compromises that you make when you're married. My husband wanted a water cooler, so we have a water cooler. Okay, over here I have that Campbell's Soup poster, vintage ad that I picked up at Salvation Army for $3.99. And then over here is the shelves that I was waiting to finish before I showed you this video. So I'll start with the top one. I just have some books that I picked up, Mark Twain ones, and then a vintage biscuit container. Here I've got some Cornell veterinary manuals that I got at an auction. The clock is from IKEA. The plant is a fake one from IKEA, and then this little spool came from Michael's. On this shelf, this is the one that I put the asparagus print in that I was describing. I have the Davis baking powder container, which I picked up for $4 at the townwide yard sales. Another book, that hen dish, the asparagus print, and then just a small medicine bottle. On this shelf I put 2 books, a dog show trophy cup, and then just a twine ball to kind of be like filler. This shelf is a sundial that was my grandfather's when he was still alive, and I try and include that in every season somewhere in the house. And then the bottom shelf is just for dog bowls. And then here is how the kitchen light turned out. I'm really happy with how it looks. And I put a round bulb in it. And then let me take you into the bathroom and show you how any changes I made for fall. I switched out the curtains for fall. In the summer I have like a light blue, and I just switched out to a tan and a navy, which actually matches the bath mat. They didn't come as a set. The bath mat is a Kate Spade one, and the curtains I just ended up picking up at Salvation Army. I think they were like 99 cents. I saved them throughout the year to use for the fall. This is the IKEA lack shelf that comes as a one-piece unit, and I just use that to store rolled towels on. Above the toilet I have a nautical print, and this is of New Haven. This is where we go in Connecticut to go thrifting at Goodwill. And this was just a lucky find that it happened to be in that nautical chart book that I had. We have a Q-tip container, our bathroom mirror, which was a gift from my mother-in-law, That's our bathroom light. It's like a nautical style. It's actually an outdoor light from Home Depot. And then here I have a dollar store soap container and the toothbrush container, which you saw for my birthday. Up here I have some clothespins just in a dollar store jar. And this is the one with the chalkboard label on top. This came from a little thrift store in Hawley, and it was 75 cents. And then another Goodwill book find. And then over here, I have that stuffed tray, which was also from my birthday haul, just to hold earrings and things when I take them off for the shower. And that is on top of these Helmers, which hold all kinds of like hair, makeup, dog grooming, anything that we basically would need in the bathroom. And I want to try and find a dresser eventually that fits in there to give it a little bit more of a furniture look. So that is something I'll keep my eye out for next year. And then just a hamper, which has pretty much been with me since I went out on my own. It's actually one thing that I always took with me. And then the shower curtain is just a white waffle weave. And it's got one of those hotel bars, which gives you a little bit more space. And so that is my home tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it and the small changes that I made for fall. And thanks for watching.